1st and 10 from the 14. He's going to throw here, and it's complete, and it'll go for the score. Nice throw by Bescup. Skylar Stuckey made the catch and went untouched into the end zone.
Yeah, they look pretty good, don't they?
So, Brodhead has looked unstoppable in the early going, except on extra points. Here's Maurer to try to kick this point. Logan Maurer is as big a extra point kicker as you'll see. At 6'4", 300 pounds. Old school guy, straight on. And the big boy kicks that one through with more than a little distance to spare. So with 1:01 left in the first, Brodhead Judah leads 19-0, and the home crowd is pretty quiet. It's been a pretty good spanking by the Cardinals. McFarland's special teams getting some work. Enoch Fleming joins Grayson Wilson as the deep backs once again. Last time Maurer kicked the ball short. The up people didn't fall on the football. Brodhead Judah recovered. Ned Slocum, and then 3 plays later, they got their third touchdown of the first quarter, and it's 19-0 with 61 seconds left in the opening session. For the 4th time, Brodhead Judah will kick off. And it's another squib kick. McFarland again bobbles the ball. This time they fall on it at about the 45. So they will have a short field, and it may behoove them to do something with it. It was Kyle Fredrickson who held on for dear life on the squib kick and then fell on it. So Spartans with good field position, they got to get their offense in gear because Brodhead Judah has shown they're going to put points up. They spread the field. 2 receivers, the top of your screen. They give it on the inside handoff. And not much going. Jed Buckholtz was the ball carrier. Picked up a yard or 2. They give him 2 yards, make it 2nd and 8. From about the 46. Jed Buckholtz has rushed 12 times for 38 yards coming into this game. Picked up 2 there. Richter calling signals. Rolls right. Throws. Has a man, and it's caught for a first down. That was Jacob Williamson on the catch. Nice play as Richter had some mustard on the throw. Williamson's 2nd catch of the year. First one went 35 yards for a touchdown last week against Lakeside Lutheran. Much needed first down for McFarland. We'll see if they get the play off here in the waning seconds of the first quarter. Enoch Fleming brought the play in. They're going into the wind here. They may be in no hurry to get this play off, and in fact they won't. So when they snap the ball again, McFarland will have what has become a gusty wind at their back. And temperatures in the high 60s. Down in the field, that wind was a factor during the pregame. And Brodhead scored 3 touchdowns with the wind at their back. I don't think that was much of a factor. They just pounded the ball down the throats of the McFarland defense. Spartans haven't shown they can stop Brodhead Judah's running game, and the Cardinals with a 19-0 lead to show for it. Again, last year, Brodhead Judah averaged 29 points a game. and went 8-3, 4-1 in the Rock Valley North. Excuse me, the Rock Valley South, and then went to the second level of the playoffs before falling to Platteville in level 2. This year they have shown they like to run the ball, and we've certainly seen that. Rushing on average 185 yards a game. They've averaged per pass 95 a game. Their only pass completion of the first quarter went for a score. That to Skylar Stuckey, a 14-yarder from quarterback Brennan Bescup. But McFarland has the ball. The wind in his back as we start quarter 2. Richter fakes the handoff, throws it out in the flat. The receiver breaks one tackle and picks up about 6. Talking to Coach Ackley, that's what they want to do. Get the ball to Herbst. He made the first tackler miss, and then Shad picked up 5 yards. Shad Herbst, a senior, 6'1", 180. We told you he had a big year last year with about 585 receiving yards. There is a flag prior to the snap here. Could be a mark-off against McFarland. Must have been a procedure call. I got to say, I never saw Brian Kenny give the signal. Paul Ackley with his arms outstretched saying, what happened? So move the ball back to the 42. 2nd and 10. They negates the 5-yard reception of Herbst. Same play to Herbst on the other side. That might be a live ball. Official says not a lateral. It was a forward pass. It went incomplete. Same play. Trying to get Herbst out in space with some time. Herbst just couldn't hold on the football. So all of a sudden it's 3rd and 10. Jed Buckholz bringing the play in. Now Enoch Fleming in. They want to get the right personnel on the field. Fleming actually brought the play in. Buckholz came in as a running back. Two receivers at the bottom of your screen. Colton Richter calling signals, and more laundry on the field. And another procedure penalty against McFarland.
5-yard penalty.
This will cost them 5, and it certainly caused this drive to sputter. That moves the ball back to the 47. And Coach Ackley not pleased. Takes a couple steps out in the field to yell some encouragement out to his troops. Colton Richter, the senior quarterback, going to throw. And his receiver is well covered, but boy, maybe too well covered. Herbst was the intended receiver. A flag flew. I think this is going to be defensive pass interference on a ball that, boy, Herbst wasn't going to catch. But the defender must have made contact with Herbst. Well, let's check the call. The referee's conferring about it. Again, the flag went from quite a distance away. All but one of the officials in this caucus. Would be a break for McFarland to be sure if they get a call here. Brian Kenny explaining to the Brodhead Judah sidelines. It's a personal foul call is what the ruling is. B.J. Beckup the Brodhead Judah coach can't be crazy about that, but it's a personal foul call, not interference. It's going to be a 15-yard mark-off, and I think that'll be enough to give a first down to McFarland. Now, referee Kenny coming over here, the bottom of your screen, explaining to Paul Ackley what the call was. It is a first down. It moves the sticks to the 31. Second first down by penalty for McFarland. They took advantage of a grabbing the face mask call early in the game. Got as far as the 40 on 4th and 1. They failed to pick up the first down, and that was their biggest offensive penetration of the game until right here, where another 15-yard penalty keeps this drive alive. Richter on the handoff. And Buckles doesn't go very far. He got to meet Logan Maurer. Maurer came up with the football, as you saw, but referee said that Buckholz was on the ground when Maurer pried the ball loose. Nice play by Maurer. Hogan, as we told you, we've seen him kick. He's a force inside at 6'4", 300 pounds. That tackle for a loss makes it 2nd and 13 from the 35. Colton Richter fakes, wants to throw, feels the pressure. There's a flag, going to scramble for his life, and might have picked up a couple yards.
Penalty flag on the play.
It's going to be a hold against McFarland. And we have seen a lot of penalties early. The hold came in McFarland's backfield, so this will be more than just a 10-yard penalty. This will be a fairly substantial mark-off. It moves the ball back near the 50, put it at the 49. So it's going to be 2nd and very long. Make it 2nd and 27 for the Spartans. Richter in a passing situation, trying to set up a screen. Has a man, gets a block, and there's another flag. Ryan McDonald on the catch and picked up some yards, but I think there was a block in the back in the midst of the screen, and I think this penalty, or the penalties, will continue, and McFarland will keep marching back toward its own goal. Illegal use of the hands is the call. It's a block in the back, I thought. But this has been an inexorable march backwards for McFarland, who got as far as the 31 and have just taken a series of penalties. The ball now back on their own 40, and it's going to be 2nd and a mile. 2nd and 38. I don't think Paul Ackley's had a play they've worked on for 2nd and 38. Obviously, you try to pick up a little here to make 3rd manageable, and there's more laundry on the field. Let's see what this penalty is. I think that was a motion call. Again, it comes against McFarland. 3 straight penalties. And it's now 2nd and 33. Ball's at the 35. They have to get to the other 20, or 22. Richter intended for Herbst, and it's incomplete.
Pass intended for Herbst. Broke it up.
Logan Wilson broke that one up for the Cardinals. So make it 3rd and a mile and a half. 3rd and 43. I think I shorted him 10 yards. It's 3rd and 43. Ball resting on the McFarland 35. Herbst split to the right. 2 receivers to the top of your screen. Richter's obviously going to throw. Again, going to try to hit Herbst. Rainbows it up, and it is caught, I believe. Herbst out-wrestled the defender for the ball and made a nice play. Chad Herbst went up and got the ball. Give him credit. Nice throw, and he just won the battle, taking the ball away from Logan Wilson. It is still going to be shy of the 1st down, but it is a manageable 4th down. Make it 4th and 5 from the 27. So a nice throw by Richter, and even better than 5. Richter out of the spread again. Looks, throws, caught, and it looks like a 1st down for McFarland. That was Herbst again. Chad hadn't been much of a factor early in the season, but he's come alive tonight with 3 big catches, including 2 in a row. And McFarland getting his crowd into the game. Chad Herbst, again, we told you, had 36 receptions a year ago. He'd only had 1 coming into this game, but the senior with a big night here. 1st and 10 for McFarland. Ball's in the 20, and the crowd's engaged for the 1st time. And Richter feeling it. Going to throw into the end zone, and there's another flag. The pass is incomplete, but let's check the flag. And Brian Kenny, who's got a lot of pub tonight, tells us it's pass interference against the defense. Looks like there's a little confusion on the wide side of the field for Brodhead Judah. And that confusion led to the interference call. In high school, that's a half the distance to the goal penalty from where McFarland is on the field. So put the ball at the 10. And boy, we have had a lot of penalties on this drive. As McFarland has stutter-stepped its way down the field. It's in dire need of a score. But Colton Richter has gotten hot passing-wise. And then they take advantage of the penalty there. So 1st and goal for the 10. And Richter takes a snap and falls down, and that costs him 5 yards.
Richter down into that field. 5-yard loss on the play.
So it's 2nd and 15, or 2nd and goal from the 15. Richter just stumbled as he attempted to roll out to the right. And that stops a little McFarland momentum. .7:45 left in the half. Senior calls signals, fakes the inside handout, takes a real hit as he delivers the ball, and it's incomplete. So it'll be 3rd down. Herbst again was the intended receiver.
3rd and goal.
Colton Richter really took a lick as the rush was coming. He's looking to Herbst, who's been his go-to guy. Herbst is also the field goal kicker if they have to settle for 3 here.
3rd and goal.
Chad is 1 of 2 on field goal attempts this year. But McFarland's still thinking 6 in this 3rd down call. Richter out of the shotgun, drops straight back, and his throw is incomplete. The receiver slipped, but the ball was delivered behind the receiver, and that one didn't have much of a chance of making it work. Let's see what the Spartans decide to do, Aaron. 4th and goal from the 15. Paul Ackley knows how strong Herbst's leg is. Seems to be some indecision here as to what they're going to do on 4th down. And they're going to take a timeout and talk about it. And Herbst is 3 for 3 on extra points this year, 1 of 2 on field goals. But Coach Ackley might decide that his team needs 6 more than it needs 3. His defense hasn't been able to stop Brodhead Judah's running game all night. And he may feel they have to outscore the Cardinals if the Spartans are to stay competitive in this tilt. Offense has come over to the sideline, so you have to assume they're going to go for it on 4th down. They did earlier, and a 4th down conversion was unsuccessful from the 40. At that point, it was a fake punt by Herbst. Herbst got back into punt formation and then ran the ball and came up a yard shy. And again, Paul Ackley gathering his offense around him. This will be at the 15, but it's 4th and goal. Let's see what they decide to do. Looks like Herbst now is going to kick a field goal out of a hold by Richter. So he decides to try to get some points on the board. This would be a 32-yard field goal attempt from the left hash. Ball down. Herbst swings the leg, and he's got a strong leg. And the kick is good. So Chad Herbst was the key on that drive, making a big catch as a receiver on a long bomb, and then made a first down catch, and then kicked the 32 field goal at the end of the drive. And McFarland is within 16, so it's a 2-score game, even though they've been badly outplayed. And now it's up to McFarland's defense to show it can make a stop and prove to us we've got a competitive game, because Brodhead Judah has been awfully impressive offensively in the early going. Their running game and their offensive line in particular have won all the battles. Chad Herbst will kick off for the first time tonight. Again, he's got pretty good wind at his back. It has gotten gustier as the night's gone on, and it's a factor. It certainly helped on the field goal, but I think Herbst showed he had a strong enough leg that that was hardly a wind-aided field goal. And I would think Herbst won't bother squibbing this one, as we've seen Maurer do the last 2 times. Griffin Day among those back for the Cardinals, and this one is kicked deep and will go into the end zone. So Brodhead Judah will start from their own 20 with 7.5 minutes left in the half. And again, they have scored on every offensive possession. Mitchell Johnson with 2 scores, going in from 4 and 1 yard out. The other score, a touchdown pass from Brennan Bescup, a 14-yarder to Skylar Stuckey. Bescup has directed this impressive run game all night. He takes the snap and gives the day. Excuse me, that's Mitchell Johnson. Johnson's 27, Day is 20. Johnson with 5 touchdowns in 2 games plus for the Cardinals this year, and runs hard. They've only thrown the ball twice all night. Stuckey's touchdown pass and Slocum was open in the secondary with what would have been another touchdown. Handoff again, and this time fighting for extra yardage is Day. Griffin Day, as we told you, caught a touchdown pass last week on the last play of the game, and a dramatic victory over Edgerton. Or excuse me, over Evansville and Albany. Those kind of wins get you fired up. BJ Backup is in his second year as the Cardinals coach. Backup 10-3 in his short career as the head guy. Johnson that time on 3rd and 2 picks up the first down.
Ball is out to the 32-yard line. First down, Brodhead Judah.
And again, Brodhead Judah with the big size advantage has certainly dominated the line of scrimmage. There are some big old farm boys in there, and they've handled McFarland. And Mitchell Johnson has run hard. He continues to do so, picking up 9. Excuse me, that was Day. Second and 1 for the Cardinals. Put the ball at the 42. And this is a pattern we've seen all night as Brodhead Judah just grinding her out. Bescup's going to throw for it a few times. Has a man, and it's caught inside the 30. That was Brady Colden, the tight end. Nice throw by Bescup, who put it right in there. And they're in business again, are the Cardinals. This time inside the 30. Bescup has shown he can throw the ball. He's 11 for 18 for 191 yards and 2 TDs coming into this game. He's 2 for 3 tonight. And just when you start thinking run only, Bescup has shown he can beat you over the top. That was Griffin Day. Charlie Moore on the stop. Pick up a 3. Bescup conferring with the official before going in the huddle and calling the play. Don't know what that was about. A little over 4 minutes left by the time this ball is snapped. Brodhead Judah, a great tradition of excellence. They won the Rack Valley 9 times. That's Day breaking into the outside. Excuse me, that's Jake Piquel. He's run out of bounds, but not till after he gets a first down. Piquel's a junior, 5'8", 155. Put the ball at the 19. But again, basketball with a great legacy in the state. We've told you they've made the state playoffs 22 straight years. They were the state runners-up in 2003 and most recently in 2010. Won the Rock Valley in 2010 as well. And they're going to score again here. That is Griffin Day going in from 19 yards out. And BJ Bescup has got to be happy as his Cardinals respond to McFarland getting on the board by running the ball right down their throat. They mix in one pass from Bescup to his tight end, and it's now 25-3. Maurer will attempt the extra point. Brodhead Judah in command. Maurer 1 of 2. This is going to be a fake out of the fake. That's Bescup to Slocum. So Brodhead Judah fools everybody in the place. And now it's 27-3.
And all the youth football players and their coaches, please move into your positions. We'd like the first and second grade teams in the north end zone.
So a real answer and an in your face from Brodhead's offense after McFarland gets some life and gets some points. But they go right down the field again, flexing their muscle up front, establishing their running game once again. Bescup mixes in 2 passes, one a long one to his tight end, Colden, and then the 2-point conversion for the touchdown. I don't think anybody was expecting that, but Slocum was wide open. Bescup laid it in there. And it's 27-3, and Maurer will kick off for the 5th time tonight. It's youth football night here at McFarland. Nice crowd on what feels like a fall-like night. It's certainly cooled off. We'll have a bit of an elongated halftime as they introduce all the youth football players in the McFarland program. Maurer with another squib kick. It comes up short, taking it to 35 and out to the 42.
Jackson is returned to McFarland. Spotted at their own 42-yard line.
So, again, good field position for McFarland's offense after the return by Tyler Johnson, a sophomore. And we'll see now if Colton Richter, who had a hot hand passing-wise on the last series, can continue that hot hand. He has 2 timeouts and 3:37 left on the clock. A short field. McFarland obviously needs points. Richter out of the gun, throws it out in the flat. And that's Ryan McDonald. McDonald picks up about 4. Make it 3. It's going to be second and about 7, probably closer to 8. McDonald's a junior. And coming into the game, Ryan had been McFarland's leading rusher. But they haven't run the football much against that big old line. Haven't been able to run the ball much this year, only averaging 72 yards a game rushing. Passing games come alive to right there, and it's picked off. And here comes Brodhead Judah. That was Joe Stout, I believe, on the interception.
Correction, that's the 38-yard line.
He returns it to the 38, and the Cardinals in fine field position. Joe Stout, I believe, on the pick. Or Gavin Badd, Gavin Badd could get credit there. Bescup on the option, pitches it. This one's been smelled out, and one of the better defensive plays of the night for McFarland blows that one up.
Tackled by Lewinsky. Loss of the play, 2nd and 14.
Going to be 2nd and 13 after Pickle did nothing on the option. 2nd and 13. Cardinals in no hurry. They have all 3 of their timeouts and 2:45 left before the half. Bescup to Big Mitchell Johnson, and he goes off the left side. Well, that's Griffin Day.
check.
3rd and 7. McFarland hadn't stopped Brodhead Judah all night. They obviously could use a stop here. McFarland looks tired on defense. They've been beaten up by that big old offensive line of Brodhead Judah. Bescup going to throw, and the ball is dropped. Slocum was the intended receiver, and he was open. Michael Beam was right there for McFarland, but Slocum dropped the ball, and it's going to be 4th and 10 from the 38. Let's see what Brodhead Judah does with the big lead. They might punt the football here. Clock stopped with 1:52. Looks like they're going to go for it on 4th and 10. Coaches next door arguing for a punt, saying then they're right. The Cardinals get the ball to start the second half, so why not punt them deep? That's me adding the editorial comment. Bescup's going to set up the screen. He does, and it's complete, and it's going to be close to the first down. Mitchell Johnson on the receiving end. Let's see where they spot it. And the officials say Johnson didn't make it to the chains, so McFarland with their first stop of the night. And the Spartans will take over at their own 29 with 2 timeouts and 1:42 to go in the half. Richter's pass was picked off last time. It's going to be to delay a game, or offside is the call here. One of many penalties in this first half. This one goes against McFarland. Brodhead Judah led 19-0 after 1. They've scored the only touchdown of the second quarter. McFarland got his field goal as well in the second quarter. Richter on 1st and 15. A inside handoff. Brady Colden on the stop. Pick up a 1, 2nd and 14. Clock continues to run. McFarland not showing a lot of urgency. Again, they have 2 timeouts. But it is 2nd and 14, and the clock going to be close to a minute left by the time they snap the ball. Richter again on the inside handoff, and it looks like they're not going to throw the ball down the field. Looks like Paul Ackley might want to get the locker room and regroup, as they took a lot of time before snapping the ball, and they don't appear like they're going to do more than run one more play. I can't believe Brodhead Judah is going to take a timeout, try to get the ball back. Instead, this is likely the way the half ends. The half dominated by the Cardinals from Brodhead Judah, the second-ranked Division IV team in the state, with a 27-3 lead, and they've put a licking on the home team for McFarland. 3rd and 16. Again, it's a pitch. They keep it on the ground, and a nice defensive play. And that was Holden again, and that's the way the half ends, with Brodhead Judah up 27-3. They got 19 first half points. 2 touchdowns by Mitchell Johnson's on runs of 4 and 1 yard, then a 14-yard pass from quarterback Brennan Bescup to Skylar Stuckey, made it 19-0 after 1. McFarland gets its lone points on a field goal by Chad Herbst, a 32-yarder 4 minutes into the second quarter, but Brodhead Judah with an answer, and Griffin Day went 18 yards to make it 27-3 at the half. And Brodhead Judah, a physical team, just outmanned the home team from McFarland in the first half and leads comfortably. As we break for halftime, we're told it will take 20 minutes. We're going to introduce all the youth football players in the McFarland program. Get to watch them, probably the dance line perform as well. So enjoy halftime. We'll return in 20 minutes. You're watching the WIA.TV's Game of the Week on the NFHS Network.
All right, tonight we are celebrating McFarland Youth Football. We have teams from all the way from 1st through 8th grade with us tonight. That's quite a testament to the strength of McFarland football. For our first, second, third, and 4th grade teams, that's a long run for those little lads. Nice job. And now also in our north end zone, please recognize these second graders. Come on down, guys. Now we'd like to direct your attention to the south end zone where we see our 3rd and 4th graders. We announce them as teams, so please give a round of applause to the Rams. Go! Go Rams! This is the Rams running. Now, please give it up for the Titans. Run, Titans, run! Lots of good on it. Now, please, everybody give it up for the Chargers. Go! Pretty quick. Now let's have a round of applause for the Eagles. Go, Eagles, go!
Hey, great party.
Oh, thanks. Here you go. 1 hamburger, medium well.
This is well done.
No. That's medium well.
What? Are you calling me a liar? This thing is practically burned.
That's it. You're not gonna come to my house and tell me how to cook a hamburger.
I don't really
You wouldn't do it there.
gotta be crazy.
So don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
See our 5th through 8th grade teams. First, the 5th grade Blues. Ryan Vogel. Luke Schaff. Sean Brennan. Riley Turner. Chase Quell. Ray Benke. Simon Pomeranz. Jaden Noyes. Connor Punzel. Daniel Cave. Evan Rutowski. Jackson Missile. Thomas Linden. Aiden Piper. Dakota Bruner. Caden Edalt. Gunther Switzer. Austin Miller. Zachary Stork. Miller Roeder. Christian Elliott. Trenton Stewart. That's the 5th grade Blues. They're coached by Jamie Schaff, Brad Pomeranz, Bill Punzel, and Cody Vogel. And now for the 6th grade Blues. Garrett Larson. Owen Cha. Jacob Seven. Gavin Wood. Eric Anderson. Nick Molitor. Jackson Lewinsky. Tyler Schwarted. Michael Thorson. Zach Gunderson. Chris Coleman. Josh Wiley. Forrest Waddell. Christopher Nelson. Ben Pimental. Alejandro Ruiz. Patrick Eastie. That's the 6th grade Blues, coached by Matt Larson, Mark Schwarting, and John Trott. And now the 6th grade Whites. Matthew Arheim. Aiden Irwin. Bryce Taylor. Jake Sampson. Jake Redvick. Evan Gast. Evan Byers. Ren Bailey. Luke Handy. Pete Pavlik. Colton White. Will Jorgensen. Kyle Ike. Josh Schramm. Kyle East. Dalton Ertz. That's the 6th grade Blues, coached by Jeremy Byers, Joe Manley, Scott White, and Eric Jostin. And now for the 7th grade Blues. Now, it's a very special announcement for the first guy on here. For the last 2 years, I have dropped his name off the list, so I'm going to make up for it tonight. Tyler Neal. Tyler Neal. Tyler Neal. Yes, he gets to run across the field all by himself. Cameron Shack. Aiden Dutter. Nicholas Hall. Jonathan Cade. Jeremiah Prince Johnson. Connor Baggs. Carson Lendner. Damian Schmidtke. Josh Richardson. Jonah Hibbenau. Bryce Thompson. Gregory Mitchell. Jedediah Strait. Logan Stelling. Matthew Moyes. Isaac Hall. Evan Padilla. Grant Newcomer. Xavier Schreiber. Isaac Sterner. Connor Frazier. Mitch Cook. William Westerhoff. Vivek Terra. Alex Ladwig. Samuel Cargill. Max Hansen. Donovan Hudson. Those are the 7th grade Blues, coached by Jim Bergen, Travis Bergen, Tim Paraboy, and Aaron Hall. And here are the 8th graders, the Navy Blues. Derek Schwarting, Matthew Jostek, Adam Hovland, Nicholas Mueller, Zach Maurer, Tyson White, Clinton Brandt, Carson Lewinsky, Henry Byers, Corbin Winter, Sam Curtis, Mitchell Roeder, Kodiak Dennis, Drew Nicholson, Hunter Blair, Joseph Lazo, Gideon Burgess, Daniel Thomas, Reese Samuel, Cordell Clark. Those are the 8th grade Navy Blues, coached by Robbie Bisbee, Rob Engelhardt, Pat Nall, Chris Herkey, and Joe Bauer. Let's have a big round of applause for McFarland Youth Football.
Hey, where you going? Can't get by me. I'm number 1 in this class. I rule this lab. I'm number 1. Hey, I don't think so. Yes! Winner! I am the king! Woo!
You wouldn't do it there. So, don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
What?
Jerk.
Walk, move your hips, you can talk without your lips. Movie star, head to toe, tap your shoes, it's time to go. Steal the show and jump, and you're the beauty queen. Get your name on the walk of fame. You're the one everybody wants to meet. Have some fun, moving to the beat. 1, 2, 1, 2, get your swagger on. And move it to the get your swagger on. Get your swagger on, and move it to the get your swagger on, and move it to the beat. Strut on the catwalk, strut on the catwalk, strut on the catwalk, strut on the catwalk. Makeup, lights,
time now somebody else says something or somebody's trying to come or something like Robin was doing. Something real simple. I know the girl, man. I know she's probably doing a story on that. Come on, Tom, you should have that one. I don't even know what's Go, come on now, Spark. Yeah. Something else,
We'd like once again to mention our Spartan sponsors. Those are the kind of folks that support these teams who are watching here tonight. They include McFarland State Bank, Edward Jones Investments, Joe Union Agency, Ken's Automotive, State Farm Insurance, Jim Hartman Agency, Farmers Insurance Group, Michael Chandler Agency, Dovin Cars, The Gingerbread House, Preschool and Child Care, Credo Product Development, Jeff Cole, Huntington Learning Center, George Kingsbury, Shelton Signs, Wisconsin Bedding, the 5100 Restaurant, the Medicine Shop Pharmacy, Fastenal, Nelson's Bus Service Incorporated, Spartan Pizza, the Green Lantern, Monda's Family Hair, Quick Trip, Washer Construction, Angelo's Pizza, Dentistry by Design, Fellow Flowers, Rural Masonry, and Restaurant.
Look at y'all, shaking hands and kissing babies. Yeah, I saw you coming down the street last night. Bring it back. Is that you? Trying to see if you can see the TV in the car or you got the truck. Just after dark. Maybe 8:30. deficit go up to each side. You get a wire cable, tie it to one end. You fish them through and then tie it up on the back end. And it'll be on that back wall just above the doors, but below the window.
Joe, where's up with this music? I like it, Chris. This is what we submitted.
And we welcome you back to McFarland. We're at Schneider Stadium in suburban Madison, where it's been all the visitors tonight as Brodhead, Judah, ranked number 2 in Division 4 in the coaches poll this week with a healthy 27-3 lead over McFarland. They've just been more physical than the home team. Brodhead Judah scored on every offensive possession in the first quarter. Mitchell Johnson capped the first drive going in from 4 yards out. It was 6-0, 8:27 left in the first. Johnson on a 1-yard run capped their second drive in the night. He scored with 2:06 left in the first. There, the run failed for the extra point. It was 12-0. On the ensuing kickoff, a squib kick was recovered at the 30-yard line by Ned Slocum, and 3 plays later, quarterback Brennan Bescup hit his tight end Skylar Stuckey on a 14-yard pass. That time, Logan Maurer kicked the point, and it was 19-0 Brodhead Judah after 1. McFarland got its offense together in a strange drive filled with penalties both ways. They converted on a 3rd and 43 with a 38-yard pass from quarterback Colton Richter to the best player from McFarland tonight, Chad Herbst. Then Herbst picked up a first down with a reception, and then when the drive sputtered, Herbst kicks a 32-yard field goal. It was 19-3, but on the next drive, Brodhead Judah flexed his muscle, went down the field and scored. Griffin Day going the last 18 yards. The 2-point conversion from Bescup to Slocum made it 27-3. As we start the second half, McFarland will kick off with the wind at its back, and the wind is kicked up. Temperature now 62 degrees, so it's a cool fall-like night with the brisk wind at the backs of the Spartans, who are 1-1 coming into this game. Brodhead Judah 2-0. Again, this is a crossover game in the Rock Valley Conference. It will not count in the conference standings. Next week's crossover games will. The boot by Herbst is a good one, and for the second time, it's a touchback. We have some scores from around the state for you, and really no rhyme nor reason to them. Locally, Madison West and La Follette, both 2-0 in the Big 8, are tied at 7 at the half. Sun Prairie leads Memorial 21-7 at the half. Around the state, an upset in the making. Arcadia, ranked number 3 in Division 5, leading Lancaster, second-ranked Lancaster, 24-6 after 3 quarters. Waukesha West with a 14-3 lead over McGuanago. Waukesha West ranked number 2 in Division 2. McGuanago ranked number 8 in Division 1. We'll fill in some more as we watch Brodhead run its offense. And that's what they do well behind a big offensive line. Griffin Day gets the call. He picks up 5. Some other scores. Wisconsin Lutheran 27-6 over Watertown at the half. Wisco's the top-ranked team in Division 3. Notre Dame leads Green Bay West 21-7. Greendale with a 24-0 lead over Pewaukee. Greendale ranked number 3 in Division 2. Cuba City leading Boscobel 40-0 at the half. They had to go 24-0 over Ashland at the half. As again, Brodhead Judah continues to pound the ball. That was Mitch Johnson, who has 2 touchdowns already tonight. And he moves the chains there. I take that back. He's a yard shy of a first down. Make it 3rd and 1. Black River Falls having a big year. They're 2-0 and well on their way to their 3rd win. The 4th-ranked team in the state in Division 4 has a 40-0 halftime lead over Prairie du Chien. Perennial power Waunakee leads Sauk Prairie 30-7 at the half. Waunakee's 5th ranked in Division 2, and they let everybody know they're back. They're 2-0 in the early going and winning big tonight. Johnson picks up the first down there. Other scores, Brown Deer leads South Milwaukee 28-21, a high-scoring first half. Bayport ranks 7th in Division 1 with a 32-0 lead over Pulaski at the half, or 35-zip, Fondy, number 5 in the state in Division I, leads Marshfield 28-7. A lot of people didn't know Fondy was for real. They say they are, beating Marshfield handily. Another inside handoff. That's Mitchell Johnson, a physical running back who gets the ball up to the 41, as Brodhead Judah doing on the first drive of the second half what they did the majority of the first half, and that's pound the rock, mostly between the tackles. Bescup has also shown he can throw the ball just to mix things up. He was 3 of 4 passing in the first half. 2nd and 3 for Brodhead Judah. And they give it to Bickle, and Pickell's got some room. He breaks it the outside. He's going to go all the way. Nobody will touch him, and that's Pickle for the 5th touchdown of the night. And Brodhead Judah leads 33-3. Jake Pickle, the junior running back, with a 59-yard scamper. He's the 3rd running back to score tonight. And again, they are an impressive running team, are the Cardinals from Brodhead Judah. Maurer, it appears, will try to kick the point. They faked it last time. Maurer is 1 for 2 in extra points this evening. Ball is down, the kick is up, and the big boy kicks it through, and it's 34-3. It takes the Cardinals 2 minutes to score in their first offensive series of the second half. If they score again, score a touchdown again, we would have running time. And McFarland would like to keep Brodhead Judah from that. Again, we can run down some scores for you. And this is Oak Creek and Kenosha Indian Trails are tied at 14.5. Oak Creek currently ranked 6th among Division I schools. They got beat by Indian Trails twice last year, so you know it's a revenge game for Oak Creek, who are more highly regarded, 2-0, than the Indian Trails out of Kenosha, which is 1-1. Those teams tied at 14 at the half. Mosinili's Medford 20 zip at the half. Westby 21-7 over Richland Center at the half. Ashwaubenon with a pretty good quarterback, beating Green Bay Southwest 16-7 at the half. Kewanee up to Sheboygan Falls 20-4. Monona Grove rebounding after an season opening loss, leads Oregon 31-7 at the half. A nice return here. Gets the ball out to midfield for McFarland. It's Ryan McDonald had the real nice return. And certainly gives his offense a short field.
First down, McFarland.
A couple of their scores from up north. Appleton North leads DC Everest 14-7 in intermission, and Wausau West with a 28-6 lead over Appleton West at the half. McFarland needs some points. Colton Richter's their quarterback. Gives it to Buckholtz, who tries to take it outside, and the speed of Brodhead Judah runs him down, but not till Buckholtz picks up 7. There is a flag, and we've said that a lot tonight. It appears to be against McFarland, and we've said that a lot tonight. Been a ragged game that way. Too many penalties for the 3rd game of the year. It's a holding call against the Spartans, and that will negate the 7-yard run by Buckholtz. Ball goes back to the 40. I think at the 41. But it's going to be first and very long. First and 21, in fact. That holding call occurred in the backfield, and that block may have sprung Buckholtz for the nice run. Richter to throw. It's out here in the flat to Buckholtz. It's been one of McFarland's favorite plays all night. Different receivers have caught that pass in the flat. This time it was Buckholtz, and he picked up
Brings the ball to the 45-yard line.
Picks up 6, make it 7, so it puts the ball on the 45. It's 2nd and 4. Or excuse me, looking at the wrong stick. 2nd and 16. Buckles, the senior, 5'10", 165 pounds. The quarterback is Colton Richter, a senior, 6'2", 170. Ball goes to Ryan McDonald, who tries to outrun the defense, but good pursuit runs the junior out of bounds. He ran a long way, and he didn't gain much, maybe a yard. Going to be 3rd and 15.
Lost the play. 3rd and 18.
I think it's 3rd and 18. He lost a couple, they say, by the time he went out of bounds. 3rd and 18 in the 43. And McFarland has been in this 3rd and long predicament way too many times, mostly because of penalties. Two receivers at the bottom of your screen, one at the top. Again, they throw it out here in the flat to Herbst. He makes the first guy miss, and he got some speed. Chad Herbst sets the ball to the 42.
Pass complete to Hurts. Tackled by Coleman.
Brady Colden ran him out of bounds.
To the 45-yard line.
Richter and Herbst have been the best combination for McFarland all night. It's going to be 4th and 6, and it looks like Herbst will punt the football. Ball's at the 45. They faked it from this part of the field early in the game. Brodhead Judah doesn't think he's going to punt it here either, but Herbst does, and he shoots for the coffin corner. And he doesn't get the fortuitous roll. Instead, it hits on the 12 and goes in the end zone. Surprising move there. Down by 31 points, and your defense hasn't stopped Brodhead Judah all night. Got the ball at midfield on 4th and 6, and you kick it away. Don't know if I understand the call. Brodhead Judah now can, if they can go on the length in the field, and they've yet to punt tonight, can put us into a running time situation halfway through the 3rd quarter. And their offensive line has just been punishing up front, opening holes for Griffin Day and Mitchell Johnson. Jake Piquel in the last series with a 59-yard score. And again, they pounded inside, this time on the right side. Mitchell Johnson on the ball carrier.
Second and 4.
And those big guys, Reeve Lincoln, 66, Logan Maurer, 64. They've opened a lot of big holes tonight. Lincoln was a second-team all-conference guy a year ago. He goes 285. He's only 5'9". You've seen Logan Maurer. He's 6'4", 300. And those big guys open some holes that time for Griffin Day.
Johnson ball carrier. Ebert for the tackle. First down, Brennan Judah.
And Judah puts up yet another first down as they're wearing down the blue-clad home team for McFarland. And it's a good-looking football club. They look every bit the part of the second-ranked team in Division IV in the state. That time McFarland stacks him up with one of the better defensive plays of the night.
Bean with the tackle. Loss on the play. Second and 14.
Piquel was the ball carrier, but he found it going pretty rough. I think Elsmo was among those stacking the play up. Second and 14. One of the few times Brodhead Judah's been in a second or third and long situation all night.
I say you hide it right across the top. Like a zip, like they're on a zip line.
They give it to Day, who breaks it out near the 40. Griffin Day picking up about 12. I think he's shy of the 40, but only by a yard. It's going to be 3rd and 3. Griffin Day has a little more speed than Mitchell Johnson, who's more of a power back. Both kids run awful hard, though. Griffin Day's 6 feet, 175 pounds, and again, he was the recipient of the Hail Mary pass that won the game a week ago for Brodhead Judah. Ran the record at 2-0 with the last second win over Evansville Albany. Day, that time in the third down carry, and he's short. Let's see what Brodhead Judah does here on only their second fourth down situation of the game. They went for, and it looks like they're going to go for it here on 4th and 1 from the 41. They're challenging that big old offensive line to open a hole for Mitchell Johnson or Griffin Day.
Turnover.
McFarland maybe with their last gasp, and now Brodhead Judah shifts into punt formation. Brennan Bescup is the punter. He's not going to punt. Now with a rugby-style kick, he gets it off. And the ball is down inside the 25. So first punt of the night. Again, with a little over 5 minutes left in the third quarter, McFarland's running out of possessions. If they're even thinking about a miracle comeback, they trail by 31 to the second-ranked team in Division II. That same poll, by the way, is Kimberly, Germantown, and Hudson on top of Division I.
First down, McFarland.
Indian trails with a 21-20 lead over 6th-ranked Oak Creek. Oak Creek right behind Fond du Lac in that Division I coaches poll. Arrowhead, by the way, the defending champ, dropped to 4th after losing to Homestead last week. Then Division I. In Division II, Homestead is the top-ranked team. They established themselves last week with that win over Arrowhead in Heartland. Waukesha West is second, although they were losing at halftime, if I recall. In fact, I take that back. They're beating McWanaco, a Division I school, 14-3 in a big Classic 8 game. Greendale's ranked 3rd in Division II, Ashwaubenon 4, and Waunakee 5. We'll review that poll as we go along here. 2nd and 11 for McFarland. They throw it to Herbst. Herbst awfully good at making the first guy miss, and he picks up significant yards after the catch. In fact, he picks up first down yardage after the catch. Slocum brought him down.
First down, McFarland.
McFarland moves the sticks as they have to do. Richter to Herbst has been their most effective pass combination all night, and they have basically chosen to throw the ball. Coming into this game, McFarland didn't throw much. They only averaged 57 yards a game passing, 72 yards a game rushing, but tonight it's been almost exclusively passing, and they threw it again. This time the pass is completed midfield. Herbst again on the receiving end. He must be up near 6-7 catches. Again, Herbst had a big year last year. He'd only caught one ball the first 2 weeks. Chad's a senior, 6'1", 180, and he and Colton Richter look pretty comfortable with one another. Richter calls signals with 3.5 left in the third. Rolls right, looking for somebody to get free, and decides he better run it. That's a coverage sack. Brady Colton ran Richter down. I guess technically not a sack, as he might have picked up a yard, maybe. Ball's at the 45. Certainly 4-down territory, you would think. Last time McFarland punted when they got over midfield. Don't think they can afford to punt again if they have any hopes of staying competitive in this game. 3rd and 2. 3 receivers out, 2 to the top of your screen. They throw it out to McDonald, and on their favorite play of the night, and he's to be a little short of the first down. Don't think he got to the 6. We'll see if the officials agree. It's a matter where they spot the ball. And from our angle, and we've got a pretty good view of this one, I think they're short. But again, you got to think Paul Ackley's going to go for it. And Paul's the athletic director here. Played his football at lacrosse in his 10th year at McFarland. He went to playoffs in 2012. Had a tough year last year. Rebuilding year to be sure. And they are short of the first down with 2:40 to go. And again, you got to assume that they're going for it here. Jacob Williamson is already coming in the game with the call. Although Richter spent his time in the measurement talking to Coach Ackley. Herbst split far right. You got Richter under center, thinking it may be a quarterback sneak, and it is. And he gets the first down.
Richter with the quarterback sneak.
No, 1st and 10 at the 47 for McFarland. They stopped the clock with that first down. But they need to score and in a hurry, and they need their defense to figure out a way to stop the big bruisers from Brodhead, Judah. Richter rolls right, looks down the field. He might keep it. Instead, he throws, and it's caught by Chase Werwinski. Slocum with a big hit and a late flag. See what the call is. I think it's going to go against Brodhead, Judah. Maybe a personal foul call. They call a Slocum for that big hit on the sidelines. One of the points of emphasis this year is targeting or whatever, and they feel that Slocum lined up Werwinski. So they pick up 15-second personal foul of the night on Brodhead, Judah. Put the ball on the 31st and 10 McFarland. That's their third time they've got picked up a first down on a penalty. Werwinski again in the catch, this time for short yardage. And McFarland basically going exclusively through the air. Down by 31 with under 2 minutes left in the third quarter. You can see why. And by and large, Richter's had a pretty good night throwing. Colton rolls right, throws along for the end zone, but Herbst doesn't have a shot at that one. Herbst had some separation, but that ball was closer to the track surrounding the football field than it was the end zone where Herbst was. It wasn't one of Richter's better throws. And the wind, which was a factor for much of the night, has calmed down. It is a cool night. You wouldn't say crisp, but it is one of the cooler nights of this young football season. 62 degrees the start of the second half. Very comfortable for the players and the fans here on Youth Football Night in McFarland. Richter drops straight back. Now he scrambles, buys some time, throws the end zone again. His receiver didn't have a chance. He might have thrown that one away. So again, it's fourth down. 4th and 8. And again, you got to assume this is 4-down territory. Herbst has a strong leg, but it doesn't make much sense to try or think even field goal down 31 with 13 and a half minutes to play. Well, Herbst came to the sideline. And I think they're going to take a timeout, yeah. Both Herbst and Richter were on the sideline when Herbst trotted back on. Richter's bent over like he might have taken a hit after delivering that last pass. Anyway, this is McFarland's first timeout of the second half. Again, both these teams play crossover games in the Rock Valley Conference next week, but as we told you, under the Rock Valley scheduling plan, the crossover games next week count. McFarland is at Clinton, and they come home to play Edgerton and East Troy within their division. Next week, Brodhead Judah plays East Troy, and then goes to Parkview the following week. Again, their big game, if all goes according to Hoyle, would be against Bigfoot, the final game of the regular season, October 17th. Preseason polls had McFarland pegged to finish fourth in the Rock Valley North and Brodhead Judah to finish behind Bigfoot in the Rock Valley South, but this is a pretty impressive Brodhead Judah team. Fourth down for McFarland. The pass out in the flat is caught by Chase Werwinski, but I think he's short of the first down. Let's see where they mark it. Nope, they give it to him by a yard, so a fourth down conversion. Richter to Werwinski moves the sticks. Ball just inside the 20. Again, Richter's going to have some decent numbers as a passer tonight. Colton is his senior, 6'2", 170. But he and Herbst have combined. Werwinski's a decent receiver as they've gone exclusively through the air, primarily in the second half. Richter sets his feet, throws to the end zone, and Herbst jumps, and the ball's knocked away. So it's 2nd and 10. Obviously, Brodhead Judah looking for the long bomb. We play the final minute of the third quarter. They've pretty much given McFarland those passes in the flat and tried to guard against Herbst going deep. Herbst wanted two receivers with Werwinski to the left. This time they run the ball to try to change it up. That was Buchholz, I do believe. Making Tyler Johnson with one of his few carries, and the sophomore only picks up a yard. Pretty much conceding that that big old defensive line is too much for McFarland's smaller defensive or offensive line. See if they even run a play. We're in the final seconds of the third quarter. Don't believe they're in any hurry to do so as Coach Ackley continues to talk to his quarterback, and that's the way the third quarter will end. Brodhead Judah gets the only score of this 12-minute session and will take a 34-3 lead to the fourth quarter. Again, Mitchell Johnson with 2 scores tonight for the Cardinals. Their quarterback, Brennan, Bescup with 1 touchdown pass, a 14-yarder to Skylar Stuckey. That made it 19-0 after 1. Griffin Day added an 18-yard scoring run in the second quarter after Chad Herbst had kicked the 32-yard field goal for McFarland. That made it 27-3 Cardinals at the half. They had the only score of the third quarter. That a 59-yard run by Jake Piquel, the junior running back. That made it 34-3, and that's how we sit as the team's trade ends and we start the fourth quarter. coming into the year, talking about the way Brodhead Judah has moved the ball behind his big line. B.J. Backup, their coach, said this could be one of the best, potentially one of the best offensive lines Brodhead Judah has ever had. And again, they've made the playoffs 22 straight years. So he expected big things, and tonight they have looked very good. The wind is kicked up now as McFarland goes into the teeth of that wind. Richter going to throw into the wind over the middle. It is incomplete. Werwinski was the intended receiver and will set up a fourth down.
Werwinski falls incomplete. 4th and 10.
Chase Werwinski's a junior, 6'1", 175. Ball's on the 19 with his 4th and 10 call. Let's see what Paul Ackley has cooked up here on 4th down. They've been decent on 4th down conversions tonight. Been a lot of them. Colton Richter to throw, heading to the end zone, and he's going to ask Herbst to win a jump ball, and he doesn't.
Pass intended for Herbst, incomplete. Ball goes over on downs for Brodhead Judah.
So, a stop by Brodhead Judah. Griffin Day won that jump ball from Herbst, knocked it away, and that might have done it for McFarland. Brodhead Judah takes over on the 19.
First down, Brodhead Judah.
And the Cardinals have only punted one time. They've been that dominant offensively. And they'll try to run some clock here.
Johnson, the ball carrier.
Mitchell Johnson pounds straight ahead to the handoff from Brennan Bescup, the quarterback.
2nd and 5.
Johnson picking up about 5 a crack. Coming into the game, he'd averaged just that, 5.2 a carry. I think he might have improved that tonight. Griffin Day had averaged 7.7 yard a carry. He's more of the speedier back of the Day Johnson trio. That was Johnson pounding straight ahead again. First down yardage. And this is what the Cardinals would like to do. Go down the field, take about 4 or 5 minutes off the clock, get this game to a running time situation, and basically demoralize McFarland. Bescup with only one wide receiver out. Gives it to Griffin Day, and he was almost on the verge of breaking that.
Day with carry. Over with the tackle. 2nd and 5.
Pick up a 5. Again, give some love to Jared Hansen, 240. Logan Mowers, 300 pounds. Reeve Lincoln, an all-conference performer a year ago, 285. They're the guys up front. And they're the guys that open the holes for the fellows who get the headlines.
First down, Brodhead Judah.
That was Mitchell Johnson on the first down run. He gets the ball out to midfield. Mitchell with 2 touchdown runs this evening from 1 and 4 yards, has 5 touchdown scores on the year. Brodhead Judah put up 44 points the first week, only 12 last week. But they're in control tonight. Bescup on the keeper, and he runs that well. Runs a little option, had Day as the trailing back, but Brennan Bescup held on to the ball and picked up 7.5, 8 yards. Brennan's a second-year starter, 6'1", 170 pounds. And this is a team with a proud tradition of winning in football. And they play smash mouth football. Mitchell Johnson straight ahead against a demoralized McFarland defense.
Carlos Dodge is the 38-yard line. First down, Brodhead Judah.
Johnson's latest run moves the ball to the 38. We don't have the official stats, but my eyes tell me that Brodhead Judah's got to be close to 300 yards rushing tonight. Again, the trap gets about 3-4 yards.
Johnson with the carry.
Mitchell Johnson once again on the call.
With the tackle. Second and 7.
It's a physical team, to be sure. They lost their top 3 rushers a year ago, but Mitchell Johnson and Griffin Day have filled in nicely. And Bescup, very polished as the signal caller, running this run-heavy offense. Put 2 receivers, 1 each way this time on 2nd and 7. But they go back to the bread and butter, and it's Johnson pounding the left side. And the clock continues to roll right along. And Brodhead Judah will go to 3-0. Take on East Troy in another crossover game, as we told you. East Troy not picked very high. The preseason Rock Valley North projections, 5th in the 6-team conference. So, and they give it on the counter, and that's Day to the outside. And excuse me, that's it's Griffin Day from 32 yards. And they get the game into a running time situation on Day's 2nd score of the night. His first from 18, his 2nd from 32. And the counter, he broke it to the outside and then won the race to the pylon. Maurer apparently will kick the point. Again, we've seen 1 fake earlier. Maurer 2 of 3 on extra point attempts tonight. High snap. And Bescup gets it down.
The extra point is no good.
And Maurer misses that one. I think his rhythm off a tad. But that's one of the few things that has gone badly tonight for Brodhead Judah. Of course, you got to clean those things up for when you play big games in October and November. And it looks like this Brodhead Judah team will. They now lead 40-3. And again, we're in a running time situation, so McFarland won't be able to stop the clock, save for penalties or injuries, or unless they score. The backup quarterback warming up for McFarland down in front of us, it appears. So Richter's night may be done. Brady Wedvik warming up his passing arm as Maurer prepares to kick off. He's been adept at the squib kick tonight. In fact, one of those squib kicks was recovered by Slocum, and that set up, if there was a turning point in the game, it might have been there. Brodhead Judah scored in their first 2 offensive series, then they recovered a squib kick and went in to score on yet another drive, and all of a sudden they scored twice in a minute 5, and a game that was close suddenly became 19-0 after 1, and Brodhead Judah was in control. Again, they squib it, and the McFarland's going to get decent field position. Enoch Fleming on the return. So the Spartans take over at the 42. And I think we are going to see some new faces in the game for McFarland. Yeah, Brady Wedvik going to go in the game. calls signals here, and again, the clock won't stop now. If you throw the ball here and don't complete it, say if you throw it down the field, it really costs you some precious seconds. See what Wedvik is going to do. He hands off. And the running game hasn't been a factor all night for McFarland. It wasn't there either. Second and 10. McFarland takes on Edgerton next week. And Wedvig again on the handoff. This time, some decent yardage.
That calls the ball carrier, tackled by James. 3rd and 2.
It was Kyle Fredrickson, I believe, on the carry. I take that back. Grayson Wilson. Pick up of 8. It's going to be 3rd and 2. See if Wedvik is going to throw on 3rd down. So he gets some work. Colton Richardson didn't have a bad night, but he's a senior and Wedvik's a sophomore. Clearly, Paul Ackley thinks this is the quarterback of the future for the Spartans. He gives it straight ahead, and I'm not sure if he got the first down or not.
First down, McFarland.
He did get the first down. So it appears that McFarland is going to hone their running game here. I don't know if they're going to let Wedvik throw or not. He hasn't given any indication in 3 plays thus far. They're going to do any more than run it up the gut and get the game over, quite frankly. Brodhead Judah up 40-3. Now Wedvik's going to throw, and his first pass is picked off. I think it was Fenwick, not sure who had the interception on the far side. Again, even with the change of possession, the clock doesn't stop. And it continues to roll. Brodhead Judah taking over again at the 47, but with the big lead. And I think they'll get the opportunity to get some reserves in the game or get some work in the final, literally 3:47 of the game. Matt Schmidt is the quarterback. Running back. It was Bryson Ills, the backup running back, who gained a yard. So both coaches using the final minutes of this non-conference game to get some reserve some playing time. An impressive win for Brodhead Judah, though. They, in that 19 first quarter points, were never headed, and they look very much the part of the second-ranked team in Division 4. Somerset's the only team ahead of them in the D4 poll. And again, it's early. Pollsters, like a lot of media folks, don't really know who's good. You vote on teams with reputation. Somerset's certainly got a nice program, and Winnicott and Platteville have had some struggles in the early going. They were in the state title game a year ago. Now their struggles have caused them to fall to points 9 and 10 in this week's poll. It's going to be 4th down. Brodhead Judah may only punt for the second time tonight, or maybe they won't. Bescup is their punter. But he isn't in the game, and this looks like Hills may punt. Flags. And again, the clock doesn't even stop Here, Matt Schmidt, the quarterback's in punt formation. Brodhead Judah wind up offside. So they'll back up 5. And again, the clock winds down. And these situations are never much fun. Schmidt gets off a decent punt. It's taken by Herbst. And Chad, who's had a good day, is spun down in one of the last plays of this home game for the Spartans. Offense comes back on the field for their last hurrah. They may get 3 plays off. But again, Brodhead Judah will run its record to 3-0, playing East Troy next week, and then at Parkview the following week. They go home to play East Troy next week. McFarland will fall to 1-2. The Spartans play Edgerton here next Friday and then play at East Troy on the 26th. And the next week, obviously, games take on significance as they go into conference action. And Buckholz scoots down the near sideline and picks up a first down. Went out of bounds, but again, it's academic in a running time situation. But 2 touchdowns apiece tonight for Brodhead Judah's running tandem of Mitchell Johnson and Griffin Day. Johnson scored on first quarter runs of 4 and 1 yard. Day ran for an 18-yard score in the second quarter, a 32-yarder to put us into this running time situation here in the 4th. They also got another touchdown from Jake Piquel on a 59-yard run, and quarterback Brennan Bescup threw a 14-yard touchdown pass to Skylar Stuckey. That's how they got their 40 points. Chad Herbst with a field goal of 32 yards for McFarland's only point, and that's how it's going to end as Brodhead Judah in the final 5 seconds has taken a 40-3 win over McFarland. The Cardinals, again, looking very much the part of the second-ranked team in Division 4. A physical bunch with a good offensive line. Logan Maurer and Reeve Lincoln are big old mammoth defenders up front, or offensive linemen up front, and McFarland couldn't handle them all day. Johnson, Bescup, Ade, Piquel, all were the beneficiaries. Brodhead Judah with an impressive 40-3 win here in McFarland tonight. We thank you for joining us. We will be back next Friday with one of the better games in the state at 7 o'clock. We invite you to join us then. On behalf of our Play On Sports crew, I'm Bill Brophy saying thanks for joining us on the WIA.TV Game of the Week on the NFHS Network.